man.
Oh, just barely edges his way into 8.
Yeah, just barely
Well,
clicked over
I'm
there
going
at
to
the
say I'm
end.
1 off there. That's pretty close.
Yeah, it's great. That's excellent. All right, guys, so it looks like it's going to be drawing number 8 for this next challenge. So we're going to see how these runners handle this next challenge. This is going to be interesting. So maybe you could tell us just a little bit more about these runners, and I'll get that next drawing ready to go.
All right. So Mehhtab says that his SolidWorks rarely crashes, which is excellent news. I remember back in the beginning days of SolidWorks, we used to call it Solid Quirks because it felt like it would crash all the time. I feel like they've gotten a lot better at that over time. So that's wonderful to hear. Win rate in the National Offline CAD Design Competition is 100%. That is a big claim to fame right there.
That's great.
Amazing. And then Mr. Alex, I think I read through all of his old friend of the Too Tall Toby show.
Yes.
I guess I missed that one. So he's been around for a while.
He's been around for a while. He's been in multiple tournaments. It's great to see him in here. I always appreciate the support from Mr. Alex. I always get excited to see him in the chat. And so thank you, my friend. Really good to see you in here again. Good luck on this next match. And I think we're ready. I think we are definitely ready for this one. So here we go. Let's give this thing a shot here. We're going to flip over to our full screen. Are you ready for this one, Aaron?
Let's do it.
All righty, here we go. This next CAD versus CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in x.xx pounds? X.xx pounds. Tolerance is plus or minus 0.01 pounds. This is an IPS and the material is red oak. And our runners have already grabbed a screen capture. So let's get into it here and take a look at the action. We got Mr. Alex. It looked like he jumped in and started on his first sketch there on the front plane. We see Mehhtab has decided to start his sketch on the right plane. And wow, look at Mehhtab running through this. It's like he's like running a speed running macro or something, how fast he's getting through this. But Mr. Alex over there is, he's no slouch either. Look at him in that, creating that sketch in the front. Looks like he's creating that kind of larger radius in the upper corner, where Mehhtab on the left is creating the side view with that draft. This model does have draft of 10 degrees running along that back wall of the part.
Yeah.
So
I was interested to see how they do that draft. It looks like Mehhtab is modeling it right into the profile. There are a couple of ways that you could do that. This is one of them.
Sure. And this is definitely one of these drawings. If you go back in the live stream, if we were able to look at that drawing, I wish there was like an option where you could just like have the drawing like at will, where we wouldn't have to miss any of the action. But this is definitely one of these drawings where you get it from the customer and you're just kind of scratching your head as far as how they defined their dimensions. There's some really strange dimensions on this drawing that are interesting, and again, that just kind of makes you scratch your head and just say, why would anybody dimension this thing this way? So we've all gotten those drawings from our customers, and it's a good real world skill to learn. But my goodness, that could be a session that I do at PDX. It could be called How to Read Bad Drawings.
None of us have ever encountered bad drawings. I just don't see the value there.
How to read drawings from maybe somebody who just doesn't have as much experience. It's all good. We get through it. It's fun.
Looks like Mehhtab is extruding the full length and then putting some features in and mirroring the features. And it looks like maybe Mr. Alex is going for a different approach where he's just modeling half of it and then will, I'm guessing, mirror the other half. Great
I like
strategy.
that. I really like that approach. Model half and then mirror it at the end.
Yeah.
I see Mr.
No
Mesa
sense
says
duplicating features if you don't have to.
I see Mr. Mesa, who teaches high school, says, I have a bunch of material if you want bad drawings. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, they're both making great progress here.
This is some speed modeling. My goodness.
Dang.
So it looks like Mehhtab must have a shortcut for bringing up those mass properties. And we're looking for an answer here within, his answer was 3.549 pounds. 3.549 pounds. And guys, we got ourselves a winner. Congratulations to Mehhtab. Wow. Congratulations to Mr. Alex, too, who is really flying through this thing. But Mehhtab, wow, what a start to this tournament. Really putting on a show there. Wow,
Amazing
wow.
work.
Yeah, I really like Mr. Alex. I wanted to see that model finish out with that mirror at the end. But wow, Mehhtab, great job. Great job to Mr. Alex. Great job to both of our runners in that matchup. That was so fun to watch both of them. And my goodness, that was some true speed modeling. He puts the speed in speed modeling.
And the speed here, it is not just a recreational skill. This translates into your job in a very practical and powerful way. I'm an employer, and I've interviewed a lot of engineers over the years. And one of the things we always do is a CAD test when we're having engineers apply. And we time how long it takes them, because when the business of engineering is all about how quickly can you finish something. And so if your CAD skills are this good and you're just tearing through your CAD designs, that's a huge benefit to you. It can earn you a higher salary. It can help your company generate more revenue, more profitable revenue. So these are